Welcome to the Whiskey Vault. It's
I'm
only-
Daniel.
Oh,
No. That was a bad idea.
you got Goose.
I got it. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, go. Oh.
Post hole digger. Manual
Echo.
labor. 100-degree weather.
That was a great idea. It was Cash's idea.
Yeah.
I was like, look, you can either all play video games together, or we can go start digging a hole in the backyard. And Cash is like, I think we should at least get some work done.
No.
That was Cash.
You know what? You can get my ass up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
to do manual labor outside in a Texas summer. Come around 10 o'clock.
10. Easy. 10
10
is the out.
o'clock? No. Nope.
Yeah.
Run in. Leave me alone. Go away. What is that bottle? I like the bottle.
I can't figure out.
I like the really dark glass. I like the raised.
Well, it's a gift from Harry Falkenburg, a titan of whiskey.
Daniel in the distance. Do you hear that? Could it be?
It must be Harry Falkenburg.
Allegedly.
Bibb and Tucker, we've done their 6-year-old whiskey before. This is Tennessee sourced.
Okay.
Right? So the company is sourcing in smaller runs.
Do we know the source?
We don't, but I'm going to try it.
Okay.
And if I'm right, it's the same as what I think the 6-year-old was.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think so. I think it's Dickel.
Okay. That is a big maraschino cherry on the nose for me.
This is 10-year-old bourbon from Tennessee.
That is a boozy honey.
Yeah.
A boozy honey and a maraschino cherry on the nose. Yeah, beyond that, those are the two main notes that I'm getting.
And that Smarties chalky candy.
Yeah, I would attribute that to kind of the really sugary.
Yeah,
maraschino.
that's the note that I have for that. That was given to me by one of our psalms. He was like, you know my note for this?
Yeah.
It's that. And I was like, oh, shit, you're right.
The chalky sugary.
Yeah.
All right. It's just a couple of big things on the nose. There's not a lot of layering there.
Not a lot. Just big, bold. And there it is. A dusty
the Smarties?
cherry Smarties.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I wanted to compare it to was, because these tend to get a little pricey.
Oh, okay.
It's a 10-year-old age statement bourbon. Right?
Okay, couple things. Hold on. A little pricey.
Fancy bottle.
I gotta say, so far, I'll give it a minute. So far, it's pretty simple palate.
Yeah.
It's not bad. But
I've had better actual
there's
Dickel.
not a lot of complexity. It's not, unfolding. All right, this is the comparison.
You just let that one ride.
This is the comparison.
This is the 6-year-old.
I like the 6-year-old better on
I
this.
was about, it's less tanniny. The tannins are ramping up the chalky note. Oh, there's a little bit of a sparkle and spice to that 6-year-old version.
Yeah. Okay.
46% on this one.
The 6 is here?
Yeah.
The 6 is here.
They're both 46%.
Eventually, the 6-year-old is more, it finishes with more tannin.
Eventually, but it's got all this nice spice in the meantime. This is just burst into bold, dominant flavors on the tin.
On the tin. Okay.
Tin is big, bold, dominant, and not a lot of other things going on, even on the palate.
Yeah, sweet, Smarties, sugary, powdery candy on the tin. And then, I'm not a huge fan of like the powdery, sugary.
Yeah. This is why I'm not a big...
But there's more density to the flavors in the tin.
Yeah.
But it just has that character, the sweetness, that is fun. Some people are gonna love that candy sweetness. Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. Hold on.
What is it?
It's very
for?
important. Very
I'm looking at the
tasting notes I'm
price.
getting here. Yum, yum,
Yum 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 yum.
Oh, we're digging around. Doing that smacking.
It works.
Yum, 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 yum. I got a vanilla note. Hey, bold new tasting technique. Just sit there in the corner of your room with a bottle of booze going.
The 6 year is about $50.
Okay.
The 10-year is crawling in on $90 to $100. So that's closer to $100 bourbon.
Okay.
And that's more like a $40, $50 bourbon.
Yeah.
And for that, this is not double as good. It's not even better. I actually prefer the younger whiskey.
Here's the thing. I could see other people enjoying that maybe $100 worth. In terms of my preferences, it's not really landing squarely in what I love, but I like it. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna get other things if I'm spending $100. That's crazy though. That 4 years difference. I would not guess. I would say maybe the same category. I wouldn't say this is the same whiskey though.
No. I'd say it's the same base, but this is as different as some of our single barrels have been that we've sourced.
Almost, yeah. It's a lot of almosts. This is like, it's almost, no, it's not really lemon candy. No, it's not really.
It's not quite cinnamon.
Honey. It's like, no, it's not really, but it's almost. Yeah. It's the taste of almost. I like the bottle.
William Shepard gave us that one.
Thank you, William Shepard. Yeah. I'm still trying to decide between the two. What am I reaching for?
I'm definitely on the 6.
You're definitely doing the 6?
Yep.
See, coming off the heels of the 10, I kind of miss the sweetness, even though it's not the character sweetness that I like. I miss that, that density. I'll think about it. The Whiskey Explorer. Thanks, MBs. Question, as you progress in your whiskey journey, how well do these lower expressions hold up? What does he mean by lower expression? Can something of this age and proof still hold your attention? Which whiskey was he referring to? He doesn't say.
I don't.
So he's saying age and proof still hold your attention. I guess he's talking about something young and low proof.
Yeah. And even slightly older. Honestly,
depends on the category. Yeah.
I keep coming back to low proof and more standard age statements.
Yeah, we've talked about this. A very kind of common whiskey journey that people go through is they get into like an entry-level thing that's going to be nice and sweet and easy and comfortable, and then they get curious about whiskey and they start exploring.
They get bored with the
higher and higher proofs.
Yeah.
They want the volume and the flavors cranked up, and then you get all the way to cask strength, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're doing cask strength, Isla, this is crazy.
Yeah. Everything's punching you around.
Yeah, and then
eventually you're like, I'm tired.
Yeah, eventually you're like, my
palate's tired.
I don't really want to fight anything, even though it's delicious. Wonder what happens if I start to circle back to some of the more lower proof, entry-level things. I think Glenfiddich wasn't it Jared Hempstead who's saying,
way underrated.
Recently rediscovered, was it Glenfiddich?
No, it wasn't recently. He's never lost that one for himself. He's always like, I always think everybody underrates this whiskey.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
But it's those whiskeys that are, maybe in the 80s in terms of proof. They don't have an ancient age statement, but after you've gone through that cycle, that process of being able to pick out flavors at higher and higher proofs, at cask strength, then all of a sudden you're more equipped to find subtlety and nuance and layering at even lower proofs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, depending on where you are in your whiskey journey,
and
you
blends,
can totally find a lot of nice, cool, interesting things on bottles that aren't necessarily going to wow the nerds. Grant Barclay, MBs, this was the bottle I sent in. I sent it a while ago after visiting distillery last summer, but I guess the note didn't make it worth it. Thank you so much for the review, and I'm glad to see you liked it. He sent Widow Jane.
So yeah, the Widow Jane review that we did, that was like, who the hell is this? It was him.
Grant Barclay, you magnificent bastard. No one's going to Photoshop the bottle.
No, because
it's
over there somewhere.
Just squint and imagine. Bastard. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't dislike it.
I'm not gonna reach for either if at a bar. I'm gonna drink a lot of other things first. Between the two, still prefer the 6.
I could go either way. I don't have a strong preference in either direction. And I know for a fact there are some friends of mine, they would love that flavor set, that sugary sweetness, and they're not looking for a lot of like complexity to go explore. But yeah, not really for me. What the balls?
It's windy out there right now.
All right, here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.